Hello, I'm Martin Grassinger. Today, we will listen to the solar plex center. In the last segments, we looked at the motors in the body graph in terms of the immune system. We have seen, according to the prenatal configuration after conception, how important the heart center is in terms of building up what we call the immune system. From my point of view, it's just for building up the splenic center. For the immune system is quite something more than just to be reduced on this center. So the channel of manipulation 2644 is the first and most important aspect to install the splenic center. And again, the splenic center is a center within the body graph, but there's no center within the body. It's not only about the spleen, it's just about all over the tissues, the organs, and the blood vessels as well. The second motor we looked at, according to the steps in the prenatal configuration about building the centers after conception, we looked at the second important motor at the root center. There we have the definition followed by the 2644, the definition within the ego circuit, 32nd gate, and the 54, the ambitious. So this about being driven is something that has to be built by the splenic center in order to make sure that the fuel out of the root center later on will be a healthy fuel for the body. And then we looked at the sacral center according to its direct definition, 5027, and the importance about the vitality in terms of the aspects within the splenic center. So this is the third important motor connected to what we call the immune system, what we call the splenic center. But there is one motor, the solar plex center, which is a little bit more far away in the body graph from the splenic center. And today, it's just about the importance of the solar plex center within our human body as human beings in terms of the immune system. All of these four motors, they are very important for a healthy functioning of the immune system, where the splenic center within the body graph is just a part of awareness. We will come to this in a later segment. But today, it's for the solar plex center, the solar plex system, the wave motor. Here we have to deal with the motion within the body. And the most important aspect for this center is the diaphragm. This is the center of the diaphragm. But it's not only the center of this part of our human body. This is just the way the wave is acting things out, just as we know that we have these three waves, which is just a specific kind of movement within the body. If the center is open in your body graph, there's no specific constant movement. It's open with dormant potentials, so it can easily be linked to this specific kind of wave that the motion takes place inside of you. And this affects the way you breathe. This affects the way in which the motion within the body just presses in a specific way the tissues, the organs, moves the lungs so that we have access to oxygen by inhalation, but as well, it's combined with the exhalation, where it's very important to eliminate toxic substances. And therefore, this center is very important for elimination of substances which are not of advantage to the state of well-being. Here we have the kidneys, here we have the pancreas, we have parts of the stomach, part of the intestines. The skin is involved in this business. All of these aspects are located mainly in this center. It's spread all over the system, of course, but here is something that will be moved out of it. So if you have the breathing out, if you have the sweat via the skin, if you have the elimination about the large intestines, it's very important for the body to have this motor in order to be sure, or in order to make sure, that the toxic substances can be eliminated. So here it will be prepared, it will be moved towards the various parts of the organism which are responsible for elimination. But you can easily imagine, if there's no movement, if there's no motion, then the toxic substances would still be inside of our body, and in the end, finally, it will lead to death. So in order to be healthy and to stay healthy, it's important that the solar plex system and the solar plex center has the capacity to move things through the body, out of the body, just as it is normal for you, according to your design. I've never seen a body graph without a solar plex center. For us as human beings, it's important to have this center for a specific way to act things out. And related to the immune system, we know that the diaphragm and the movement of up and down of the diaphragm is very important for the healthy functioning of the immune system. And in addition to all of this, just keep in mind that the sixth gate, the source of the three waves within the solar plex system, is ruled by the 50th gate out of the splenic center. Within the defense circuit, the 50th gate is the lawgiver, and it gives the law in terms of the sixth gate to be open or to close, to eliminate or not, to get stuck or not, to move or not. This relationship just shows us how important the solar plex system is in terms of a healthy immune system and of the functioning of the splenic center. So out of my therapeutical practice and the experience of the last 18 years working with the human design system, you can have a strong defined splenic center, but being sick because of the specific functioning of one of these four motors and the solar plex center as well. So we can see the four motors are very important for a healthy immune system. But it's not only about the motors. The G center is important as well, but this will be the topic of the next time.